Hare Krishna, Krishna Prabhu, Priyanka Madhuri.
Hare
Thanks so
Krishna
much
Prabhu,
for
Dhanavad
joining.
Pranam.
Without further delay, we'll start our today's session. Can anyone please confirm me? Is my voice and video is clear?
Clear, Prabhuji, clear.
Hare Krishna, is my voice and video is clear?
Clear, Prabhuji, absolutely
Thank you.
clear.
Thank you, Prabhu. Before we start, generally we'll start the session with prayers. We will do the prayers. I'll share the prayer sheet. If you can do the prayers to along with me, or else you just hear the prayers. Can anyone please confirm me? My screen is clear and visible?
Yes, Prabhuji, visible.
Thank you so much. Please do the prayers along with me. Om Ajnanatimirandasya Jnananjanashalakaya Sharanvitam Yena Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha.
Shri Gurave Namaha.
Shri Chaitanya Mano Vishnu Sthapitam Yena Bhutale Swayam Rupa Kadam Dadati Swapadantikam Ateham Shri Guru
Padakamalam
Shri
Shri
Guru
Guru
Vaishnavam
Vaishnavamcha
Shri Rupam
Srirupam
Sagrajatam
Sagrajatam Sadhana
Sadhanaragnathanitam Tam
Rathanitam Tam
Sajivam
Sajivam
Sadvaitam
Sadvaitam
Savadutam
Savadutam Parijana Saitam
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Devam
Devam
Shri Radha Krishna Padam
Sura Krishna
Sagalalitam
Padam Sadhana Lalita
Shakanitam
Sri
Shah
Shakanitam Sacha
Hare
Hare
Krishna
Krishna
Karuna
Karuna Sindhu
Sindhu
Dinabandhu
Dinabandhu Jagatpate
Jagatpate
Gopesha
Gopesha
Gopika
Gopika
Kanta
Kanta
Radha
Radha
Kanta
Kanta Namostute
Tapta Kanchana
Sapta
Gaurangi
Kanchana
Radhe
Gaurangi Radha
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrindavaneshwari
Vrishabhanu Devi
Vishnu
Pranamami Hari
Devi
Priye
Pranamami Hare Priye
Vanchakalpatarupyascha Kripa
Panchakalpatarupyascha
Sindhubhyev
Kripa
Cha
Sindhubhyo
Patitanam
Vacha
Pavanebhyo
Patitanam
Vaishnavebhyo
Pavanebhyo
Namo Namah
Vaishnavebhyo Namo Namaha
Namo Vishnupadaya
Namo
Krishna Prestaya
Vishnupadaya Krishna
Bhutale
Prestaya Bhutale
Srimate
Srimati
Bhaktivedanta Swami Niti
Bhaktivedanta Swami
Namine
Niti Namane
Namaste
Namaste
Saraswati
Saraswati
Devi
Devi
Gauravani
Gauravani
Pracharine
Pracharni
Nirvishesha
Nirvesa
Shunyavadi
Punyavadi
Paschatya
Paschata
Deshatarine
Destarne
Jai
Jai
Shri
Shri
Krishna
Krishna
Chaitanya
Chaitanya
Prabhu
Prabhu
Nityananda
Nityananda
Shri Advaita
Shri
Gadadhara Shri
Advaita
Vasadi
Gadadhara
Gaura
Sivasari
Bhaktavrinda
Gaura Bhakta Vrinda
Hare
Hare
Krishna,
Krishna
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 Krishna,
Krishna
Hare
Krishna
Hare,
Hare Hare
Hare Rama,
Hare
Hare
Rama
Rama,
Hare
Rama
Rama Rama
Rama,
Rama
Hare
Hare
Hare.
Hare
Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Shri
Jaya Shri
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda,
Nityananda Jaya
Jaya
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra
Chandra,
Jaya
Jaya
Gaura
Gaura
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda
Vrinda, Jaya
Jaya
Jaya Shri
Jaya Shri
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda,
Nityananda Jaya
Jaya
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra Jaya
Chandra, Jaya
Gaura
Gaura
Bhakta
Bhakta
Vrinda
Vrinda, Jaya Jaya
Jaya
Shri
Jaya Shri
Chaitanya,
Chaitanya
Jaya
Jaya
Nityananda,
Nityananda
Jaya
Jaya
Advaita
Advaita
Chandra,
Chandra
Jaya
Jaya
Gaura Bhakta
Gaura Bhakta
Vrinda.
Vrinda
Please repeat after me. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya
Om Bhagavate Vasudevaya.
Mukam karoti vachalam pangam
Bhagavate Vachana
langayate
Pangam
girim
Nagayate Girim
yatkripata
Yata
vande
Kripatam
Shri Gurun
Aham
Dinatarinam
Vande Sri Guru
Paramananda
Dinadavidam
Madhavam Shri
Paramanandamadam
Chaitanya
Sri Guru
Ishwaram.
Chaitanya
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much for joining today's session. Without further delay, we'll start our session. Yeah. Till 61st sloka is where Gangapala Prabhu discussed for you all. Today we will discuss from 18th chapter, 61 sloka onwards. We will 62 sloka onwards. We will discuss it. From 62 to 64, we will go little speed, and after that 65th sloka is very important. we will discuss in detail about the 65th sloka. I will share the screen. Okay. Hope everyone can see my screen.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'll read the sloka and I request any one of you, please read the synonyms and translation. Tam eva sharanam gacchaha sarvabhavena bharata tat prasadat param shantim shantanam prapashyashi shashvatam. Can anyone read the synonyms and translation?
Prabhuji, is it 18.61?
This is 18.62, bro.
62, yes. Yes, Prabhuji. Can I read that synonyms, Prabhuji?
Yes, bro.
Come unto him, eva, certainly.
Certainly.
Sharanam gaccha,
Sharanam Gaccha, surrender.
surrender. Sarva bhavena, in all respects.
Sarva Bhavena in all respects.
Bharata, O son of Bharata.
Bharata, O son of Bharata.
Tat prasadat, by his grace.
Tat Prasadat, by his grace.
Param, transcendental.
Param, transcendental.
Santim, peace.
Shanti, peace.
Stana,
Sthanam,
Sthanam, the abode.
the abode.
The abode.
Prapsyasi,
Prapya.
you
Prapashyashi,
will get.
you will get.
Prapsyasi, you will get.
Prapasyasi. You
Prapsyasi, will get. Saswatam, eternal.
Shashvatam, eternal.
eternal.
Thank you, bro. Can you read the translation also?
Yes, Prabhuji. O skin of Bharata, surrender unto him utterly. By his grace, you will attain transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode.
Thank you. Yeah, if you look at this sloka, Krishna is asking everyone to surrender. And Krishna is asking Arjuna to surrender him, so that if you surrender to Krishna, what will happen? We will get transcendental peace and the supreme and eternal abode. We can peacefully reside at that place. And generally, we want to live permanently in this material world. Yes or no? Everyone wants permanent house, permanent car, everything permanent, because we want to live permanently. But this place itself not permanent, means Dukkalayam Ashashvatam. This is not a Shashwat place to live here. We have to, at one day, we have to leave this place. Even though we are getting this desire, because we already had the experience of that eternal abode, that is where Krishna is residing. That is the reason we are getting that desires. If we want to live eternally with Supreme Personality of Godhead with peace, then first thing what we have to do is we have to surrender into the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, we may ask how to surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead. Supreme Personality of Godhead residing near the heart as a super soul. We can surrender to him, so that by surrendering, Krishna reveals, okay, what we have to do in this material world. What will happen if you go to that eternal kingdom? There is no need to come back. Whereas if you look at other slokas which we already discussed in previous chapters, that if you go to Brahmaloka also, you have to come back. Brahma Bhunar Loka Punarahavartuna Arjuna Mahupeti Kaunteya Punarjanmana Vidyate. Means if you go to any loka in this material world, again you have to come back to this material world only. Whereas if you go to spiritual world, there is no need to come back here. We can live eternally happily with Krishna, Supreme Personality of Godhead. These things we are already discussed in 5th chapter also. Okay, as Lord is seated in everyone's heart, if you surrender, then Supreme Personality of Godhead reveals himself. What we have to do, at what place, what things we have to do, these things Krishna reveals himself. This is the explanation about 18.62 sloka. We will discuss 18.63. I'll share the screen. We will discuss 18.63 also. Is my screen is clear?
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah, I'll read the sloka. Iti te jnanam akyatam goyat goyataram maya Vimrushayat ase asheshena yacha chashi tata kuru. Can anyone read the synonyms and translation?
Can I read, Prabhuji?
Yes, Priyanka.
Yes. Iti, thus,
Iti, thus,
te, unto you,
te, onto you,
jnanam, knowledge,
jnanam, knowledge,
akyatam, described,
akyatam, described,
guhyata, then confidential,
guyat, that confidential. I request everyone please read along with Mataji so that we can know.
guhyataram, still more confidential,
Goyataram, still more confidential.
maya, by me,
Maya, by me,
vimrasya, deliberating,
Vimarsha, deliberating,
itat, on this,
Etat, on this,
asheshana, fully,
Asheshana, fully,
yat, as,
Yata, as,
ichhasi, you like,
Ichasi, you like,
taha, that,
Tata, that,
tatha, that, kuru, perform.
Kuru, perform. Thank you, Priyanka Mataji. Can you please read the translation also?
Yeah. Thus, I have explained to you knowledge still more confidential. Deliberate on this fully and then do what you wish to do. Hare Krishna.
It's the explanation part of this also. Actually, if you see this most confidential knowledge, most confidential knowledge we already discussed in our previous slokas. Okay, why Krishna is stretching more about this is generally if you want to say anything to any person which is very important, you will tell him, okay, I'm saying you repeatedly, please don't mm, leave this, keep it in your mind and focus on this. Like that, we will insist this person. And what is the need of repeating it is means we are showing that this is very important for you. Similarly, Lord has already explained this confidential knowledge to Arjuna. Lord is Brahma Bhuta and everything Krishna had explained. Why Krishna is explaining again at here? The reason is he's stretching it so that how important this knowledge is. If you know the importance of the knowledge, then we can easily surrender to the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And not only that, Krishna at here, if you look at the sloka, Krishna is saying to Arjuna, this most confidential knowledge, I'll deliver it to you. And after that, whatever you wish, you do it. Krishna never force us. Okay, like a person in a jail, sometimes other police persons will come and force us to do the things which you don't like it also. But Krishna is not like that. Krishna never force you. Krishna has given Bodhita knowledge to you. If you want to read it and surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead. If you don't want to read it, then it's up to you. Okay, you will read some other mundane literature and you may stick into this material world so that you will suffer in this material world. Krishna has given a choice for you. Similarly, Krishna has given choice to Arjuna also. Okay, I'm not forcing you. I've given this knowledge to you. Whatever is good for you after listening this confidential knowledge, whatever you wish to do, you do it. I'll not force you. In the later slokas also, we are going to discuss about this. Okay, and this is about 6.3, and we will discuss about 6.4 also. Okay, I'll read the sloka 18.64. सर्वभूयतमं भूयया शृणु मे परमं वचः स्तोषि मे दृढहम् इति ततो वाक्यामि ते हितम्. Can any other devotee please read the synonyms and translation? Srinivas Prabhu, Sima Mataji. Okay, if Mataji or Prabhu is not ready, any other devotee can read it.
Prabhuji, I
Can I
can
read again?
Yes, Srinivas Prabhu, if you are ready, you can read.
translation, right, Prabhu?
Synonyms, please.
Synonyms, okay. Sarvaguhya tamam. The most,
Yeah.
The most confidential of all.
Bhuya,
Sarvagayatmam, the most confidential of all.
Bhuyaha,
Bhuyaya.
again.
Again.
Again,
Srunu,
Shunu.
just here.
Just
here.
here.
Me, from me.
Me
Me,
from me.
for me.
Paramam, the supreme.
Paramam,
Paramam,
the
the
supreme.
supreme.
Vacha, instruction.
Vacha,
Vachana,
instruction.
instruction.
Ishtaha, asi.
Ishtaha, asi.
Asi,
You are dear.
You
you
are
are
dear.
dear.
Me, to me.
Me, to me.
To me.
Dridam, very.
Dridam,
Dridham,
very.
very.
Iti, thus.
Iti, thus.
Thus,
Tataha, therefore.
Tataha, therefore.
therefore.
Vakshami,
Vakshyami.
Vaksham,
king.
I am
I
speaking.
am speaking.
Te, for your.
Pay
Say
for your
for your
Hitam, benefit.
hitam, benefit.
benefit.
Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhu. Read the translations.
Okay, Prabhu. Because you are my very dear friend, I am speaking to you my supreme instruction, the most confidential knowledge of all. Hear this from me, for it is for your benefit.
Yeah. This two words are very important in this sloka. The important words are friend. Krishna is addressing Arjuna as friend. And not only that, Krishna is saying, because you are my dear friend and speaking to you my supreme instructions, not only saying like normal instructions, it's a supreme instruction. What is that instruction? The most confidential knowledge of all. If you look at the knowledge which we have in our Vedas, Itihasas, Puranas, okay, in that this most confidential knowledge Krishna is going to give us. And Krishna is asking Arjuna, hear from me. Okay, for what we have to hear, it is for your benefit. And you should not think that Krishna is giving these instructions only to Arjuna, not for me. No, through Arjuna is giving instruction for us also. If you read the purport, you will come to know what knowledge Krishna is giving to us. Can any Srinivas Prabhu, can you please read purport also?
Yes, Prabhuji. The Lord has given Arjuna knowledge that is confidential, knowing of
Knowledge of
Brahma.
Brahman.
Knowledge of Brahman. Yeah. And still more confidential, that is knowledge of super soul within everyone's heart. And now he is giving the most confidential part of knowledge. Just surrender unto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. At the end of 9th chapter, he has said, Manmana, just always think of me. The same instruction is repeated here to stress the essence of the teachings of Bhagavad Gita. This essence is not understood by a common man, but by one who is actually very dear to Krishna. A pure devotee of Krishna, that is the most important instruction, is in all Vedic literature. What Krishna is saying in this connection is the most essential part of knowledge. And it should be carried out not only by Arjuna, but by all living entities. Hare
I
Krishna.
already explained you. We should not think that Krishna is giving this knowledge only to Arjuna. Through Arjuna is giving to all living entities. What is that Krishna is touching at here? Actually, if you look at, there are three types of knowledge. One is confidential knowledge. Okay, what is confidential knowledge? Knowledge of Brahman. This already we discussed. And more confidential knowledge is to know about super soul, okay, within everyone's heart. As I told you, a soul is there and super soul is there as a witnesser. And Krishna is giving the most confidential part of knowledge. What is that most confidential part of knowledge is? Means we have to surrender onto the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Then definitely we will come to know, okay, what is required for us in this material world and what are the things which we have to do. If you surrender to Supreme Personality of Godhead, Krishna reveals everything for us. Okay, as he seated in the heart as a Paramatma, he will give instruction for us also. And same instructions, if you look at it here, it is repeated here. Why Krishna is repeating? Because generally we repeat sometimes the important things which is required. We stress some things to children. Okay, this is very important. You should do it. This is very important. Why we stress? Because there is something important at here. Krishna is also stressing that importance for us in this Bhagavad Gita slokas. The essence is to generally to understand to a common man so that we can also surrender to Krishna. This is the most important things Krishna is going to give instructions for us. As I told you, one of the important slokas in Bhagavad Gita, these slokas we are going to discuss now, 18.65. Okay, we will, everyone, I request everyone, please, we will read this sloka so that we can remember this sloka in the class itself. Okay, as we used to practice this slokas in our previous classes, we will practice in the same way. Okay, is it clear? First line I will recite and you have to recite for 4 times. Like that we will go on completing these 4 lines, and at the end of the session itself we are going to learn this sloka. Is it clear? Hare Krishna.
Yes, Prabhuji.
Yeah,
Yes,
thank you,
Prabhuji.
Madhu. Yeah, first line I will recite. I request you to recite for 4 times.